Hi, welcome to this meditation workshop. My name is Leslie Koenig, and I would like to invite you to join me for the next 15 or 20 minutes. And I will go through who I am, why meditation is good for you. I'll guide you through a meditation, and then I'll leave some time open at the end of this workshop to go over how to continue this practice in your life and also address any questions that you may have. So again, my name is Leslie Koenig. I am an emergency physician and prior military combat veteran. All of that stress led me to meditation to try and relieve some of my own personal suffering in my life. And I found such joy in meditation that I felt the call to learn more about it and share it with people just like you. So thank you for showing up and thank you for watching. I hope that this is of benefit to you as well. So, what are the benefits of meditation? As I mentioned, for me, it started as stress relief. Meditation has been proven through the test of time. However, recently, with scientific literature, we're finding more and more the benefits to the mind, to the body, to our physical health as well, and how it can strengthen an individual and our communities. So certain things are the way that it has a positive effect on our nervous system. Many of us recently, especially with the pandemic, have noticed a lot of anxiety and restlessness. And meditation has been proven time and again to improve well-being and a sense of well-being. Stress also affects your blood pressure, it affects your heart rate, and this leads to other conditions such as blood pressure, cholesterol. It increases your cortisol, which can lead to high blood sugar, so diabetes, stroke, so many, so many things I see in my job that are really preventable, and meditation is an amazing tool to address that. So just to quickly get into this so we can start teaching about it. How do you sit for meditation? There is no one way to sit, but my advice would be to find a place where you hopefully will not be disturbed when you start. And the key thing is you can sit, you can stand, you can even walk. Today we're going to do a sitting meditation. And when I sit, the best advice I ever got about how to sit is to sit with an upright posture and take a deep breath. Fill the top of your lungs, just kind of settle in, and then put your arms up, hands apart, out. Make sure your shoulders are rolled back, and that is that upright back, kind of a proud back, and then arms down. Hands can be, however, clasped in your lap, however you feel comfortable. So meditation has meditation meditation has a way of being this thing that we aspire to, yet often find difficulty implementing into our lives. And one of the things I want you to consider through this meditation as I get started and go into what's going to be starting off with a breathing practice and then getting into a noting practice and closing out with just a little bit of compassion, hitting a few different meditation styles here in this one sit. But all of this is just planting seeds so that we can address the things that make us suffer in life. And so I just wanted you to keep that in mind throughout this workshop about how we're just planting little seeds of awareness so that we can wake up and wake up to our suffering, wake up to the patterns of our conditioning, of our old habits and our old mental processes that cause our own suffering. So right now, I'd like to start the meditation. So I invite you to get situated, find your seat. If you feel called to close your eyes, please go ahead and do so. Let's start by taking a big, deep breath in through the nose. And as you breathe out, relax slowly into your seat, being aware of the presence of where you are. Notice each breath as it comes. And notice the sensations of the breath. Perhaps at the tip of the nose, of the nostrils. Perhaps in the rising of the chest or the shoulders. Focus on one spot and sit with the sensations. If your mind has wandered, bring it back to the sensation. We're going to add a mental note. Do you notice warmth, coldness, humidity? Back to the breath. If you notice thoughts, simply make a note. Mental thoughts, back to the breath. You may have noticed a few thoughts as you've been paying attention to the breath. Now let's move our attention to those thoughts. What thoughts may have drifted through your awareness? And I'll give you some suggestions for maybe some notes to give these thoughts. Perhaps you're thinking of something with a sense of clinging or pushing away. You want or don't want. Add that mental note. Wanting, not wanting. You may notice also thoughts or sensations of restlessness or sleepiness. You may notice anxiety in your thoughts or anxiety in your body, some maybe a jitteriness. And just give it that note, restlessness, or maybe sleepiness. And the last mental note that may be helpful will be doubt, fear, or worry. Notice maybe any questions of, is this doing anything? Am I doing this right? Or thoughts of, what do you have to do tomorrow? Rehashing, rehearsing, worry about that. Simply give those thoughts in the note of fear or doubt. wanting, not wanting, restless, sluggish, doubt. Wanting, not wanting, restless, sluggish, doubt. Watch your thoughts and make the note. And now I invite you to turn inwards to yourself, just imagining your whole mind, body experience, and send yourself this phrase: I am meant to live in peace. I am meant to live in peace. I am meant to live in peace. Breathe in that phrase from your head to your toes. Breathe in the truth of that statement. I am meant to live in peace. One last deep breath as we close. If you've had your eyes closed, I invite you to open them. Return to the present moment. And I'd like to share a quote with you about growth and planting seeds. This is by Cynthia Ocelli. For a seed to achieve its greatest expression, it must come completely undone. The shell cracks, its insides come out, and everything changes. To someone who doesn't understand growth, it would look like complete destruction. I love that quote. A big reason is because as you go through this process of meditation, seeing the mind, noticing the breath, seeing those thoughts in the mind and noting them, you begin to see your suffering. And when you see something, it can never be unseen. And that's where growth really comes into play. The old you who didn't see these begins to fade, but you may notice the change, and it may take some time, which is why it's so important to develop this practice so that you do start to see the changes slowly, slowly. As I said, you may experience doubt along the way. That is completely normal. Even after years of meditation, I sometimes wonder, I think just the doubt and the fear and the worry creep in. And that's perfectly normal. And that's where it's so amazing to find a community of meditators who can support you through this growth process, who can help you see where you have made some changes, and maybe you didn't even realize how you're responding differently to situations. And oftentimes meditators will say other people notice a change in them before they notice it themselves. So I would like to invite you to find a community of meditators, and that's a great place also to address any questions you have. Perhaps you might have questions about when to sit. Should I sit in the morning? Should I sit at nighttime? And I would say that an answer to that pretty common question would be whenever you can get it in for you. Um, some people will wake up early in the morning because they're morning people and find that that is uh, they have that time to carve out in the day to sit, and that is a great thing. And also to carving out a space in your house of some kind, um, where when you pass by it, it all is almost a visual reminder. So a morning may be good. It could also be part of your nighttime routine. For me, with my crazy schedule, having children, I find it's actually best to meditate in the car during times of transition. So when I'm either leaving work, just getting in the car before I turn the car on, that's just a quick 10-minute spot where I can quick put on a meditation or do a noting practice of the breath, do a noting practice of thoughts, or even a compassion practice, and just say that phrase or even additional phrases, just to have that 10 minutes of consistency through the day. Some people think that I'll just fit it all in one go, but I kind of think meditation is a bit like working out. Would you rather work out for 8 hours straight once a week, or would you rather work out for 30 minutes a day every day? And that kind of is how meditation ends up being. Not that all day meditations, like retreats, aren't bad. You can actually meet a wonderful community of meditators there. And that will come in time as you develop your practice. And I'm so excited to help you along with that practice and with your questions. So feel free to reach out to me as part of your community, or if you need any additional pointers on finding time when to sit and how to sit. All right. Well, with that, I am going to close out this workshop. I'm so excited that we got to have this time together, and I truly hope that this meditation brought you some clarity in your life and in your day. And please feel free to contact me through the link below. Thank you so much, and thank you for your practice.